Hi Sanket, how are you?
Yes, I am fine. Thanks for the opportunity, Rakesh sir, to taking the interview. Yeah.
So can you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, my name is Sanket Mule. Actually, I was working in SMIT India, Pune. Currently, I live in Kolhapur, Maharashtra. Actually, was company location in Pune, Maharashtra.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was joining the company in January 2022 as a postgraduate management trainee. In this company, actually working as 2.5 year experience. And
Mm-hmm.
actually in 2.5 years experience, actually I was working on two projects. First project that is investment banking.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, current project actually I was working in CRM base, that is automobile project. In
Mm-hmm.
this project, actually I was actually in this project I was roles and responsibility, that is a sanity testing, smoke testing, daily stand-up meeting conducted, and access the using agile methodology. We are using the Scrum meeting, daily stand-up, and senior as assigned to our work, daily test case design, test document, and sprint-wise planning, which user story I have assigned and work on it. If a testing any defect found, we can raise it in Jira tool. And another using in last 6 months, actually I was working in API testing using manually. If any curl I have provided their data and all those things we are conducting. And in test case design, we are using the Scale tool, test case design, and reviewing our seniors in any changes and all those things we are made it using these tools. And bug tracking and defect resolving, we are using Jira tool. That's it.
Okay, great. So couple of things. So what is Zscale?
Yeah, it is an integrated tool using the Atlassian company as a inbuilt connected to test case design, test scenario, and test case data as per the client wise and planning to our project. In our project, our client and team was integrated our tool, Scale and Jira tool using agile methodology Kanban's board. In this tool, our client has assigned to our projects. That is my current project name. It is that is Mazda CRM, e-automotive project CRM base. So in this project, sprint wise planning, that is a 2 week or 1 month sprint. So they was assigned to work in this tool, a daily stand-up meeting, assign our task and related their work. So using this tool, we are making the test case, test data, and required that is a test case scenario and sprint backlog and epic story we have added it, and it is linked to our epic story, that is a sprint wise. And design the test case using Scale. It is submitted to our senior, it can review us, and then there is any suggestion we are made it and properly done it. So that is the Scale user, and it is a permanent data to storage our project. If any changes, our team members and colleagues, if I am absent, so it is reviewing us to the Scale. That's it.
Okay. Now consider a
Yeah.
situation where you are working in one project, right?
Yeah.
And they are using Zscale. Now there is
Yeah.
one more team member who has recently joined from another project to your project,
Yeah.
right? And he is
Yeah.
not having any idea about Zscale. So
Yeah. Yeah.
how will you make him understand about this tool? How much time would he take to make sure that he's able to use that particular tool end to end?
Yeah. Actually, KT session, that is a 1 to 2 days, because it is a very simple. In build your project, you are assigned the Jira tool, your user ID and mail ID. You can use it project wise, and your senior was assigned to your user ID and password. So it is there is two main tasks in Scale tool. Main task, that is a test case design, test matrix, and their internal data. So these things you have make it, and you can there is a link with sprint or epic backlog. That's simple. So that is not hard to anyone. Any can done it easy way.
Okay, so you were saying that it's easy to learn and implement.
Yeah. Yeah, only
Mm,
X-ray tool that is a difficult
mm,
because there is integration and backlog splitting are paid tool. So
mm.
some business vertics have used it, some business vertics have not using. So mainly I was working in 2 years, 2.5 years as per my IT career. We are using Scale.
Okay, great. You were mentioning you are doing API testing also.
Yeah. In second
So,
project, last 6 months.
yeah. So what do you perform? What do you do
Yeah.
while testing an API?
In API testing, actually, I was using Postman tool in our project. So my second project is CRM based, that is a customer relationship management. So in this, my client was in Belgium, Europe country, and US country. So Mazda, actually, I was working there. CRM is e-automotive dealer, that is a dealer login dealer data, customer vehicle information, customer build up backlog data, their vehicle purchase, insurance, and all those related things. There are application I was working with. So developer has provided the curl, that is their username, that is a validated link, that is a for environment. Actually, I was working in development environment, in SIT environment, in final environment. That is actually I was not thinking, and production environment. So developer can develop the curl, and then actually I was testing in Postman, so I can copy the curl in Postman. So the developer provide me password and key, bearer token, and they are fetching the data. So we can hit the response in our project manually, and response time we can hit it, and their response, that is a 200, that is okay. 2001, that is a data created, and that is a URL in invalid, that is a HTTPS and not found port and all those things. So that is a 401, that is a data not found. 403, that is a link invalid error. And if another two response was found, 503 and 505, that is a network related issue are coming to Postman. So that is I was testing. And if any data update, we can using patch put command, and any response required, that is a test case design. In API testing, we can comparing the data, provided data, and required data actually match. If not found, we can raise the defect. That is a response, and testing purpose we are marked as a deferred and clear. So that is in Postman testing, sir.
So
And
basically, you
one,
mean to say,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Please
Yeah.
go ahead.
Actually, and one thing, and one thing we are another doing it. Actually, I was telling, if testing in Postman tool, we are using one another activity. If hitting the any curl and any link have provided the developer, we are backing to fetching their curl and all the another API hitting, that is using net post masking, using the what is the required data is getting or not, which response time we are validate for it, sir. That is my work, sir.
Okay. So basically, in
Yeah,
API testing, you mean to say that we are validating the response codes, the
yeah,
response content, what we are getting,
yeah,
and
yeah,
such kind of assertions you are doing. You are mentioning
yeah.
about bearer token. So why do we
Yeah,
need
yeah.
bearer token?
Yeah, because there is security of that is most important. If any data leakage, so it is in bad things for us. So in currently industry, there are some industry and developer was with bearer token, that is auth 1, auth 2, but there is not use. But currently some standard there is bearer token, because it is valid for 5 or 10 minutes. So it is required for us, sir, for security purpose using bearer token.
Okay. Which are the other types of tokens that you are aware about apart from bearer token?
Yeah. There is a type, but actually I was working on auth 1, auth 2. In auth 1, we are actually using a user ID, password, and user integration. In auth 2, they're using user login, validate link check. If CRM tool, I was actually working on it. There is login, actually my credential. So it is a user ID, user password, and user token using auth 2. But currently bearer token, it is very encrypted, that is a 160 or 256-bit encrypted, so it is not unable to crack data. So it is using the bearer token. Last 6 months actually I was working on in training purpose. Actually I was training it auth 1 or 2, but currently any project working in API testing manually, bearer token has used, sir.
Right. So what is AES 256 encryption?
Yeah, it is a encrypted data structure using network design. When we are sending the data, that is a binary bit. The
Hmm.
binary data is converted to hexadecimal. And the response side, there is server catching the HTTP request. So it is decoded from 256 bit in a normal binary 0101 format. So it is unable to decrypt it. So using this format, we are securely data check, and our data losses was not in hands-on in any other reflected. So using 256 bit encryption, sir.
Okay. So you are aware about AES 256 encryption. So that's a good point.
Yeah.
Now, have you used cookie manager while doing API testing?
No, actually not we use it. Actually, we are hitting the API curl in
Hmm.
provided our developer. So it is using header format and using JSON format. If response was recorded, so it is saved as a file in JSON format. And we are checking the downloaded report. If any defect found, we can save it. And in a not proper result, that is expected result and actual result, we can making the screenshot and sending to users. In cookies management, I have no idea about it.
Okay, okay. Now let's say I'll tell you what is cookie manager. Let's say
Yeah,
you are using facebook.com. Now you
yeah,
have logged in with your valid username and password, right? Now
yes,
again, if you go to that particular website, hit that particular website in the same browser, so it won't ask
yeah,
you for credentials. So that means
yeah,
if you hit the F12 on that particular website and if you observe the network tab, you will find some cookie content over there, right? So that is nothing but
yes,
that
yes.
is the cookie manager which you would be using, right?
Yeah, sir.
It's a
But
part. Yeah.
it is right thing. But actually, when we are hitting the any response in API testing manually, there is no option showing for me because I have actually 6 months experience in API testing, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
So can you please come again? So when you are hitting some API in the postman,
yeah,
then
yeah.
in the response,
Actually, if first time we are actually hitting the data, a developer was provided the that is get information, put and pair. So first time that is a get information, actually we can okay the 200, 200 that is okay status. If
hmm,
any update was provided by developer, so we can put method. If
hmm,
name, their email ID and age, all those three, four factors. So
hmm,
we are put command and there is token and submit the data, that is a one user id was created, so that is hitting, so it is successfully created, that is 201 was created. If any that is because some developer was provided the developer key, that is a authentication key, it is 5 minutes or 10 minutes validity.
hmm,
If any network problem congestion, that is 503 error, so sometime there was some bearer token was expired, so new token was generated in system, so there is lots of time. So that time any changes response, that is 404 not found, 403 that is response time was created. But mainly four response was created, 200, 201. It is a two response was daily testing in API. We are fetching it, sir.
hmm. Fine. So basically the response assertions that you have done. Okay, but now you are having a fair idea of what is cookie manager, right?
Yes, sir. It is a data, it is a client data which can store in our system. So next time we can access it easily, sir, cookies.
Correct. Now I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah,
Is my screen visible?
yes, sir.
Okay. Now imagine you are working in some project and
Yeah,
you are assigned a task to prepare a test plan for a new
yeah,
feature of deposit check via mobile app, right? Which is added
yeah,
under menu tab. So this is a banking based application, right? There are a
yeah,
number of features already built and in their production. But now
yeah,
you have to prepare test plan for a new feature which is getting introduced.
yeah.
So how will you take care of this?
Yes, in agile methodology, we are using continuous improvement. So our product
Sorry, can you
manager
please
and
come again? In agile methodology, what you were saying?
in agile methodology, that is we are using continuous improvement and client requirement as a repetitive process. So as per format, I was hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Continuous improvement is one of the thing, but apart from that, in
yeah,
agile, sometimes you get enhancement, sometimes you get change requests, sometimes you get altogether a new feature, right?
yes,
Mm.
yes.
Feedback from
So
the
as
yeah, yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
yeah,
So based on that,
as
you have
per
create
Yeah,
test plan.
as per my knowledge and flow, I will
Mm.
tell you. If any
Yes,
correction you have tell you.
sure.
Yes, it is a epic story. The
Mm,
client was sending to our team. That is you can deposit check via mobile app. This
mm,
feature was added. So our Scrum Master, they are taking the opportunity and it is sending to our test lead. So it can all the requirement process he can analysis and sending to our senior. Senior can assign the daily stand-up meeting and telling to them this is feature we are develop. So it is can communicate our development team and testing team. That is the environment and what is the time required and all those things we are discussing within days. And it is as per work assigned in sprint wise, we can develop it as urgent basis. So developer can develop these features and it can update for to our team. So as per requirement, there is deposit check. We are making the test case as per my knowledge. So first, at is I was telling to you that is one example. In this developer develop. So as per my knowledge, test scenario I was that is one epic under user story we are created our test case. So that is one epic as can assign our sprint. So my epic is deposit check via mobile app. So in mobile app, that is first test case is there is user ID, user password name. That is the first feature. There under that is a depositor bank name, account, and their register mobile number. Second test case. Third test case, we are making it amount type because as per government RBI rule, we are making the deposit via check. It is a PAN number. It is a
So
mandatory.
yeah, so you don't have to tell the test cases or test scenarios. You have to tell the test plan. Now, what does test plan include? What you will test, what you will not test, how you will test, whether it would be a manual testing, whether it would be an automation testing, right? Or
Yeah.
right, which are the different resources that you will use, which are the different, how many team members you would need, what level
Yeah.
of
Actually,
knowledge they should have. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, in this scenario, that is 2 or 3 members I have required.
Hmm.
Samply developer, actually, I was taking the information in our senior Scrum Master, dummy data. Actually, what is the check amount, what is the account limit, what is the client requirement as per their document resource. So we are using test plan. Then we are making the test case as per the client requirement, and it is review for our team. And in test plan, that is a 1 week under we are developing as per my knowledge, sir.
Right. So you would need 2 or 3 team members, but
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is the plan?
Because
Where you will,
yeah,
where you will use them? How you will, make sure that everyone is organized, everyone is having some work. Should not happen. Someone
yeah,
is having a lot of work, someone is having not enough of work. So how will
yeah,
you distribute the work? So you have to prepare a
yeah.
test plan. Hmm.
Yeah, actually, first 2 days, actually it is discussed as per technical need, which resource assign, because it is a payment related domain fees. So which rules and which regulation as per RBI guidelines. So we can one team member in our Scrum meeting that it's finance related. What is a daily transaction limit and all those things I discussed. Then I was one taking opportunity, what daily limit and what is the check details, bank details. I was that platform. I was designing the test case, and third person actually I was involved in my senior because all the data it is under surveillance for our team members. As per requirement, we are done within 1 week.
Okay. Now let's say if this question is asked to you in a real-time interview, right?
Yeah,
Then how you will answer is in a test plan,
yeah,
as I had mentioned, all those things you will tell them. Okay. For
yeah,
example, it would be a manual plus automation testing flow. First of all, you would do manual and then you will automate it. You might be using APM because the mobile application is there, right?
yeah,
Then
yeah.
what things are supposed to test? So what is in the scope of testing, right?
Yes,
So this is one of the feature. Then what is not in scope? So for example, in this particular mobile app, if you still further go to the requirement discussion, and if the client or customer tells you that we are supposed to do testing only in Android XYZ versions and not in
yeah, yeah.
iOS for now, for example. So iOS is not in
Yes, yes,
scope,
yes,
Android becomes in scope. Now, for example, if they
yes,
tell we need to support both Android and then after 2 months iOS, so that's how you will be doing future planning, right?
yes, yes.
Then you will include checklist like whether you have to do regression testing or not. Of course, if yes, then what all things you will be considering for regression. So you just have to mention the high level modules, right? So that
Yes, right.
you can make sure that in development and in rolling out of this new feature, no regression issues are coming up, right? And see,
Okay, yes, right.
it is also mentioned that this particular option is coming under menu tab. So
Yes,
you will have to perform regression for menu tab and other options also, right?
yes, yes.
then when they ask you about test scenarios, then that is the another thing that you were telling me, the test scenarios, the test cases on a high level that you were telling, right?
Yes,
From
yes, right
test
thing, sir.
plan perspective, these all things are very, basic must that you should cover, right? Apart from that, plus or minus one or two other things that you can cover or you cannot cover, that depends, right?
Yes, yes, right thing, sir. Okay.
Okay, so this is fine.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is good. Then what else is there? Okay, can you tell me high level test scenarios for a search functionality?
Yeah, that is a high level scenario, no?
Yeah,
Yes.
high level test
In search,
scenarios you have to tell. Hmm.
I mean, that is a manual testing base or development test base, sir, scenario.
Yeah, manual testing based.
Searching functionality, na, sir.
Search.
Yeah, in searching functionality, firstly, we are checking that is a net speed. That is a first priority we are checking. In a network related test case scenario, high level testing, that is a network we are checking VPN, regular Wi-Fi network, and third that is a intranet, which is connected proper net speed. That is high level scenario two. And as per wise network testing, then second is a bandwidth, which can assign as per the requirement for the searching scenario, and browser compatibility we are checking it. So various browser, that is Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Microsoft browser. That is a second high level, and third level that is a um, actually third scenario. mm, Nothing, sir. Two scenario I was thinking.
So in the search functionality, you will be testing about, first the UI UX. The text box
Yes,
is properly visible. It should be clickable. Then you can
yes,
search with the valid products. You can search with an invalid products. So you can see what
yes,
is the results page displaying to you. Then you can
yes,
search
yes,
with
yes,
the products with a white space in the spellings. You can search with the products with incorrect spellings. Right. That's how you
yes,
can
right.
perform testing.
Yes,
Now
yes,
we
yes,
were, yeah.
right.
So now let's come to the test plan. Actually, I was looking out for a descriptive answer. See,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
my screen visible?
Yes, 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 sir.
So let's say if this question is asked to you in a real-time interview, right? So these all things on a high level you have to tell. See,
Okay,
test
sir.
environment also you have to cover. So apart from what I had mentioned, what is the mobile app
Yeah,
version? What would be the mobile OS? What is the device type? Which are the devices that you
yes,
are going to test, right?
yeah,
From test scenarios point of view, you will cover functional testing, right? So those are
yes,
test scenarios. Security testing also you can do, right? You will be
yes,
testing the potential security vulnerabilities and whether is anyone trying to bypass security measures, right? Ensure
yes,
proper encryption of data is there, right? Then
yes,
you can also see these are again types of testing. How you will test,
yes,
right? What test data you will use, how you will sign off at the end, right? Which are the different checklist criteria that you will consider during sign off,
yes, yes,
right?
yes, sir.
So this is how you can also see there are two things that can be asked in that question. One is if they ask you about test plan, then those are the things.
Yes,
If they ask you about test scenarios from functional testing, security testing, usability testing,
yes,
performance testing point of view, then you can cover all these information, right?
yes, sir, right.
See, usability testing, you will ensure the user interface is easy to use. You can check the app's
Yes, yes,
responsiveness and loading times during the check deposit process. You can check if the user is provided with clear instructions and feedback during the process, throughout the process, right? Then
yes,
error
yes, sir,
handling
right.
is there, testing the app's behavior
Yes,
when invalid or incorrect check information is entered, right? So error handling, whether it
yes, sir.
is gracefully handling the failures, performance testing, how it is performing for 3G, 4G, Wi-Fi. One more scenario, hotspot.
Yes,
One more scenario,
yes, yes,
at
yes, sir.
public hotspot, right? Let's say if you are at a
Yes, sir.
railway station or at an airport and you are using those
Yes,
public
sir.
hotspots, then is the how is the performance?
Yes, yes, sir. Network bandwidth.
Yeah.
Right.
test data with valid, invalid, expired, check informations and all those things, defect reporting, which tool you would be using, and how you will be reporting defects, right?
Yeah, Jira tool, sir.
Yeah, so this is how you can explain to them, right?
Yes,
Types
yes,
of
yes, sir.
test scenarios for various types of testing and test
Yeah,
plan, right? So couple of things we have
yes,
discussed.
sir.
Okay, now what is the difference between epic and story? So I'm asking from agile methodology point of view, the difference
Yeah,
between
Epic,
epic and story.
yeah, Epic is a collection of user story. That is a main point, and story it is a support under their Epic. Small point of the story. If that is example, currently you are asking me one example, that is a mobile app development. It is a Epic. In there is under payment functionality is the story. In under payment functionality, that is a positive amount, negative amount limit. That is the small story of the points. Because Epic is the main point and story there is a sub part of the development the test case and design the test case, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Now, let's say you have tested some particular user story, right? You have
Yes.
tested everything in the acceptance criteria written. Now, you
Yeah.
have signed off that particular user story. Now, the client is finding bugs in the same user story and he has reopened the same story that was
Yes.
tested by you. So, how will you, deal with this kind of scenario? Because immediately the blame game might start, right? That
Yes. Yes, sir.
you have not tested, you have not covered this scenario in testing. So, how will you deal with
Yeah.
this situation?
Yes. Actually, in your video, actually, you are asking the question. So, as per the knowledge mine, actually, I was actually accepting the mail the client was sending, and which sprint actually I was testing. Firstly, I was checking this, and actually I was communicating with my senior test lead and our scrum master what is the issue. And as per my records, we are cross checking the data, because actually I was sending the save the reports and all those things as per Jira tool. We are checking it, and any in my side not found, I will communicate with mail. I was done properly, and client was not actually I was telling the word satisfied. So we are directly our seniors and client team we are communicate with, and if issue there is communicated and hotfix we can resolve it, sir, as per my knowledge, sir.
Right. So you will provide hotfix, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But what will you do such that this, such kind of things are not repeated? What will you do? How will you ensure?
Yeah, actually, when we are testing and any defect was raising and all those things, we are 3 times cross-checking, me, my senior and our team members in daily times. So we are cross-checking the details and confirm it is properly resolved as per standard format. Because at the day end, we are making the test case and what is resolved and what is defect resolved. We are checking the list, and it is a daily report we are making submit to our seniors as per work responsibility, because next day it is presented to our teams. In last day you are what we do, what we do not do, and what should take action as per client as per action plan. So this type we are precaution and provide the details as per our senior and clients.
Okay. So one of the thing that you can include in your answer is you will add
Yeah.
that particular test scenario in your test suite, in your test cycles, to ensure that
Yes.
such
Yes.
scenario, such use case has been taken care when you release in the future. Right?
Yes.
That
Yes, sir.
is one of.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay,
Yeah.
Sanket, I'm done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, actually, sir, actually, I was two question asking for you.
Mm-hmm.
In you have telling to what is automation test engineer in beginner, what should we do
Mm-hmm.
in manual to automation shift? And second question is in mobile testing we are using APM tool and Selenium tool. So can you take to me the any suggestion for us?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in automation, you want to go for APM as well as Selenium. So which one we should go for first? Right? So you should
Yeah,
go
yeah,
for Selenium first, learn Selenium first,
yeah.
right? You will have more opportunities. Then you can go for
Yes.
APM. And the first question was about automation testing. What was that about?
Yeah. What is the need and what is the precaution we are taking shifting the manual plus automation? What
Mm-hmm.
is needed? Because I was I was following your channels. So
Mm-hmm.
some might company have asking the question in Bangalore side company and Hyderabad side company. In Delhi, I was applying the Naukri.com in your YouTube channel and provided the details. So actually, company was asking what you can do shifting manual plus automation because they have JD, they have discussed we